Okay. In Dead has done a super chat. Says, do you still watch wrestling? No, I have not watched wrestling still since COVID. I think it was that the first WrestleMania where it was empty, the empty arena WrestleMania. That was the last one I saw, and it was Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar, where he beat him for the title. That was the last wrestling match I've seen. I have not seen a single wrestling match since then. In fact, I've tried to reduce the amount of wrestling I get in my feeds on Twitter because it was getting ridiculous. I was just getting non-stop wrestling feeds. I had enough. So I'd like, don't recommend this anymore. Don't recommend it. So I still get a few, but for the most part, I'm not really actively following wrestling. I don't even know who the champions are or anything anymore. I don't really care. And, that's it. I've kind of, it's not that I've fallen out of love of wrestling. It's just, there's times in your life when things you have more of a focus on and less of a focus on. When I was younger, I was into wrestling, and my friends were all into it. We all talked about it. And I kind of wasn't watching it for a while. And then when I became a YouTuber again, when I became a YouTuber, I started watching it again. Because I figured it would be good content to cover for YouTube. And for a few years there, I had a wrestling commentary show called Smart Guys. And I very much enjoyed doing the show. Until I realized that, yeah, it kind of got a little bit annoying to have to watch all these different wrestling shows, not all of which I was very interested in, and there were some years there where WWE sucked, and I was like, I'm forcing myself to watch this content. At the same time, going to WrestleMania was amazing. That was a unique opportunity to go and see a show that normally I wouldn't be able to see. I mean, it cost a lot of money, but it was a really unique, fun thing that I'll keep with me forever. It was, 11 years ago that I went? I remember the trip fondly. Fond memories of a fun time at WrestleMania with friends, But that was a time in my life, and now I'm in a different place. I live somewhere different. I'm married. I have a different life now. I really don't have desire to sit around watching wrestling all day. I don't have any subscription services that I can even watch, like WWE. What are they even on now? Are they on Peacock, I think? I don't have Peacock. I don't have WWE Network. It doesn't exist anymore. I got rid of all that shit. So I don't watch wrestling. And I guess Inded did a follow-up question. Do you know about AEW? Have you watched it? Of course I know about AEW. Like I said, I followed the wrestling trends on Twitter, so I know all about it. I just don't care. Like, I just really don't. It's something I'm not interested in anymore. I'd much rather be focused on other things in my life. Okay? Okay. So let's see here. Tommy Brown did a super chat. I'm a little behind on my rent, but I think I can spare this. Keep up the content. If you're behind on rent, the last thing you should be doing is super chatting someone on YouTube. I'm just saying. Probably not a smart idea. But Tommy, I get the feeling you're being kind of silly and not being truthful. And I appreciate your super chat. Okay. It looks like I've gotten another tip. Hold on. Hold on here. So, Carliga has tipped me $1 and says Hogwarts Legacy has officially surpassed $1 billion in sales. Today it releases on old gen as well. Old gen, so you mean PS4, Xbox One. Did it ever come out for Switch? I thought it was coming out for Switch like way, way, way later, like the summer. Do you think it's going to go for another billion? What do you personally want to expect from a potential sequel? No, it's not. It's definitely not going to hit another billion, I don't think.